Welcome back to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today it's time for my weekly look at my favourite deals across the Nintendo eShops, covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now this video, it is any price goes. If you want budget, check out Thursday's edition where I keep everything sub $10 or your local currency. Now then, as always, I do have two winners to announce for two $10 eShop gift cards, and I've also got two more to give away. Now all you need to do to enter, drop a comment down below and the winners, they'll be announced in next week's video. So with that luck, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here, join our growing family, and let's get started. So first up, every game in today's video is at an all-time low price except for one, so I will point that one out when we do get to it. First up for the week though, Levelhead is a small piece of platforming genius and it's rocking 40% off. Holding similarities to Mario Maker, this is almost the indie variation, giving you the tools to build your own levels, a huge community to share them with thanks to crossplay with Steam, and the controls, they're just up there with some of the best. It even has a fantastic story mode. I reviewed it on the channel, I will link that down below, along with any other games that I did cover from today's video. Catherine Full Body then is back with 50% off now, and if you watch this channel a bit, there's a good chance you'll probably know this is a personal favourite of mine. It's a combination of anime style storytelling and puzzle gameplay, and the idea is for sure out there. You take on the role of Vincent, who's found himself in some relationship issues, meaning he is cheating on his girlfriend. The problem, cheats in this world, they're currently going to this weird place in their dreams that can kill them. To survive, you need to move these blocks, you need to climb this tower, and you need to reach the exit to basically wake up. Weird stuff, but a cult classic, and it is well worth your time. tRrLM then is the only title this week that's not at a new all-time low. Instead, it's matching the best price ever with 40% off. I didn't know what to expect with this one, but I ended up really enjoying its unique little world. It's a mystery kind of dungeon style experience, so it's for sure kind of a repetitive grind, but it throws like this young girl trapped in a terrarium into the mix, and you must care for them to kind of break up the gameplay. So, you know, keep her healthy, like decorate the location, all that kind of good stuff. Unique little game though, this one, and the story is very cool. A couple of robots and the last remaining human surviving together. HyperBrawl Tournament Ultimate Edition has its first ever US Canadian sale then outside of the launch discount with 60% off. We've seen the base game on sale before, but not this variation, and I adored this game. It's for me a tribute to Speedball from back in the day. It's a game I grew up on, and you basically take a team of two and you need to throw a deadly ball about and try and aim for the goal, but half the time hit the opponent's heads. It's fast-paced stuff though. You can play up to 4 players locally or online. You can even curve the ball in air, which is very cool. And this Ultimate Edition then, it throws in a whole lot of like cosmetic DLC. Okay, so let's slow things down just for a second. Rune Factory 4 Special, and I really like this one. It's rocking 40% off. It is a farm sim style entry, but it's got kind of a little more to it, as you know, of course you can play it nice and slow, you know, explore the town, look after the farm, meet the locals, get married, the usual kind of stuff. But then it throws in dungeon crawling, combat, and a story to follow along to as well. So I like it. I appreciate kind of the extra direction and goal here that the genre's not very, you know, famous for. Our first winner of the week then, and it goes to Alex Goodname, who shouted out Shantae being worth your cash, and I could not agree more. Shantae for me is one of the best out there right now, and it's good just seeing it, you know, get well-earned attention as a long-running series. Sadly, the sale on the Shantae series, it is over now, but no doubt it will be back. So if you didn't grab any of the entries, maybe wishlist them for next time. Alex dropped me an email to claim your code, but everyone else, there's still a second code coming up later in the video. But first, of course, let's just check out a few more games. Oceanhorn 2 Knights of the Lost Realm is on sale then with 25% off. This is the first sale since the launch discount. Not a perfect game, so do check out my full review first. I called it slightly above average, but I know a lot out there did enjoy it. It basically switches out the old school style of 5 the original game went for and moved towards a Breath of the Wild idea instead. I just found it lacking, if I'm being honest, more than anything. The only other thing I will say though is, look, now we see this first sale, I think there's a good chance this will just get lower and lower if the original release and its treatment is anything to go by, so maybe think about that before you drop the cash. So while we're on RPGs then, the better way to spend that cash for me would have to be Trials of Mana with 50% off. It's a 3D remake of the classic RPG that released originally in 1995. And first of all, like, it's stunning to look at, that is for sure, but the story's just an entertaining ride. It also changes dependent on the main character and the companions you choose. Also, it's an action RPG, so it's on the more kind of fast-paced side of things. This is going to be a good 25 or so hour adventure as well, so you're definitely getting a decent chunk of gameplay for your cash. Alright, so if you want weird, Billion Road is a board game all about taking over Japan with your empire, so it's all about buying up property, finding ways to bring in extra cash. The twist though here, there's monsters that you collect, some good, some bad. They follow you around the board with buffers, and then the game goes just all out and features kaiju attacks, and you need to choose to either stop the rampage or let it carry on, because maybe it will cause more destruction to your opponent's properties than your own. Strange game that I enjoyed, and I reviewed it on the channel. I think 40% is more than a fair discount. A quick mention now then for Nelke and the legendary Alchemists. I want to shout this out because I've not actually played this one, so I can't comment on the game's quality, but while the 50% off will no doubt, tempt people in, it is a good deal. I just want to point out, if you don't mind physical, for those of you in the US and Canada, it's cheaper right now at the likes of GameStop, Amazon and EB Games. UK, EU and Australia, I'm finding it a little bit more difficult to dig anything up, so this might be the best option. But yeah, US, Canada, I definitely take a look elsewhere. Blizzard Arcade Collection then gets its first ever sale, and this is my pickup of the week. It's not a huge discount, but it is the first ever one we've seen. It's a kind of small 15% off, bringing together a collection of Blizzard classics. So expect to find Blackthorn, The Lost Vikings, Lost Vikings 2, Rock and Roll Racing, and RPM Racing. I just want to compare Blackthorn to the real thing, as I still have the SNES cart for that one, and because it's expiring before next week's video, I won't be, reporting back. So if you do want it, you'd need to kind of take the gamble with me on this one, but this should be easy, honestly. Like, if you like your retro, it's probably going to be worth a look. Mary Skelter 2 then, and I have this, but I'm nowhere near overcoming it. Just to give you an idea, it's a backlog piece for me as well, but I had to shout it out with this huge 65% off. No question, it's a great price for what is a huge game. The main story, the run currently averages around 50 hours. A first-person dungeon crawler though, as you play a Blood Maiden, and you've got to basically watch a full review, because this thing is as deep as they come, with a ton of mechanics, and I just can't cover that here in 30 seconds. But this game then even throws in the first installment as well, that's known as Mary Skelter Nightmares. For sure as well, an 18+ experience is that one. I just want to put that out there as well. Golf fans, keeping it quick, PGA Tour 2K21 Digital Deluxe Edition. I enjoyed this golf sim, and while it has some shortcomings on Switch, like the removal of the crowd, and it's best, played with a pro controller, it's still a solid sim, and honestly, we don't exactly have any other choice. With a ton of courses though, and a decent little character creator, it's all about beating out the competition and just making your way to the top. The deluxe edition then includes crap you really don't need, like a gold putter and driver, but the base game's not on sale, so yeah, 67% off for this one. It is, in my opinion, still absolutely worth it. Before our second winner of the week then, Mad Rat Dead is one of the strangest games I've played in a little while, but it's also from NIS America, and Weird and Wonderful is definitely what they do best. It's a rhythm-based platformer as you move and battle it out to music all across like 2D stages. Surprisingly fun, and it surprisingly actually works as concepts go. The story then is weird. A poor rat that's been part of experiments comes back to life to take revenge on the kind of scummy humans who put them through all of this. 60% off though is a great price, but again, probably worth watching a full review just so you can kind of see if you can handle the strange. Our second winner of the week then, that is Hydra, who grabbed Bug Fables, a Paper Mario-like experience, and a great one at that. Sales over on this one now too, but I'm sure a fair few of you out there picked this one up. Probably one of the most popular games in the comments last week. Thanks then though to everyone that did enter, and remember to drop a comment down below for your chance to win in next week's video. Now with that, the last two games, and these are easily my favourite two of the week. So our penultimate game of the week then, that is Dead or School. It's destined for cult classic status if it's not already there, and we are now seeing 60% off. Far from perfect. In fact, the game across the board has issues, honestly. Graphics can be a little weak, can be a little buggy at times, the controls can even be a little weird, but what it lacks there, it just makes up for with heart, and I really liked it, and I think Metroidvania fans, you should absolutely take a look. It's indie though through and through, and the story is great fun. A world where these mutants have taken over in humans. They now live in like sewers, train stations, all that kind of good stuff. But this girl hears of a magical place called school from her grandma and now wants to go and build her own. She wants to go to school, so it's basically get out there, kill mutants and find people to go to school with. The final game of the week then, that is Persona 5 Strikers. It gets its first discount with 30% off. This game is incredible. I've never been a huge fan myself of the warrior style of gameplay, but this just gets the Persona name spot on. It captures the spirit of the series with tons of talking, exploration and RPG elements. The way I kind of look at this one, it's more Persona 5 than Dynasty, with the main change now being battles throw you into kind of that action style. Love it, love the cast, love the road trip story. This is a good way to spend some cash. You can also grab the Deluxe edition, that is like $10 more, your regional equivalent, and it's throwing in the soundtrack, the art book, behind the scenes videos, and a few other pieces as well. With this one as well, if you do prefer physical, just know it's on sale for right around the same price in all regions. And that's it, another week down. It's been a good week and it seems many deals are kind of carrying over from Golden Week celebrations. Will you be adding anything to the library though this week, or are you holding onto that cash? A shout out then to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. If you do want to check that out for yourself, I have linked it in the video description down below. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch. As much as we all do here, join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.